All right, guys. So basically, right now, this video it's not going to be a professional video about anything. Now, we're talking about code 5088, which you would get on BMWs, mostly E60s, with head transmission. You get like 6HP 19, 6HP 26, and so forth. If you get this code 5088, you're looking at two things. You get that I think in 5088 it says L1 to L4, select L1 to L4, I think something like that. I can't remember exactly what it is. So you try to figure out what the problem is. What really is the problem? What I'm going to show you here right now basically is this. Right, so this was changed. Change this out right here, and to get the center console out, I just had these things plugged in here somewhat. You're going to take all this out. This is just plugged in here for some apparent reason. I just plugged it back in because I was doing a few tests on this. You're going to take out the whole panel up here, this panel here. You're going to take out everything here, even the cradle down here. So, because there are two bolts, you got one here, one there, and then you got two. Let's see if I get these for you guys. This is a professional video. Two of these, right? 7s. They're going to be one attached to this side here and one attached over there. Okay, and then you're going to have a few wires plugged underneath this whenever you lift it up. Right, so this is just a basic idea of how to remove the center panel that comes here. Right, so this is just a rough video, guys. Take note, pay attention. Right, take out the whole center panel up here, take out everything here, even the cradle that comes here, and then you take out the two 7s, and you're going to have two 10s at the back here. Release those, unplug all the harness, everything, and shift this back to neutral. For the handbrake, you're going to have to remove this. It has to come off. Yes, it has to come off. So don't listen to any other video tell you it doesn't have to come off. It has to come off. Remove all of that, and then you're going to be able to remove the center console. Then you're going to have 3 plugs, 3 screws right here. 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to have a 10 here, which is going to be the safety switch right at the back here. And then you're going to go underneath, and you're going to release a 13 and a clip, and you're going to be able to pull this whole thing out. But to get this knob off, you squeeze and you just pull, and it comes off. You squeeze it and you pull, and this comes off right away. Okay, so there's no stuff to it. Just squeeze and pull it straight up, it comes up. Now after that, 5088, sometimes this may be the fault. This guy here may be the fault. Okay, so two things can go wrong. 5088, either this guy needs to be changed, or then you will have to go into the transmission, remove the bottom pan, remove the valve body, and on top of the valve body you have what is known as a conductor plate. Right, the mechatronics actually is the valve body and the conductor plate together, which is the entire mechatronics. So we don't have that. What we're looking for is just the conductor plate, which is going to be this guy right here. Right, so this is the guy right here that has the issue. So the issue happens to be right here in this section. So this is where you have that piece which slides in here, and this is how you actually, this is what recognizes, because the magnets, what gear you're in, and tells the transmission, hey, you're in drive, you're in reverse, you're in neutral, based upon what the gear stick cable has selected. Right, so this is the guy. So this is what goes wrong. This costs usually around, get one of these online, you pay between 150 to 100 and 160, 170, 180 US for one of those, right? Just for the conductor plate. But you're looking at buying the whole valve body assembly, you're looking at paying something like 27, 28, 29, that's $2,900 US dollars for the entire assembly, which is a valve body along with the conductor plate. But you can get the conductor plate separately. But smartest thing to do would be to get a used one, take it out, right? Place it on back on your valve body, because the valve body can be cleaned and fixed by a professional, that is. And then you reprogram. So basically, I've got WinKFP right now, put in my files back for E60. I'm gonna reprogram this thing back with my VIN and everything, and should be good to go. So just a bit of advice, tell you, this you can be running around looking for 5088, and there are two things for BMW code 5088, right? And basically the selector L1 to L4, and if you use input, what you're going to find that with input, you're going to go through and check L1 to L4. You're going to use the shifter around, move it around, and you're going to notice that you go L2 to L3, L2, L3, L4 probably will light up. Or if you're using Insta Plus, it will show you that that there's no change in any of the lines, right? And most likely you see the red gear come on the screen up here, and then you also would notice that sometimes if park, reverse, and neutral is working, you notice that if you go into D, you get that red gear, and then you most likely would also get the whole thing disappearing. In other words, they call it the Prindle, PRDN. Yeah, some people might joke and call it the Prindle. But you get that disappears, and you go into limp mode. Well, the red gear will be limp mode. And limp mode is basically be that you're in third gear and reverse. These are the gears that basically would function. Park is just a metal gear, a metal clamp. But to get a center console out, to change your gear stick, I'm going to say it again. Remove the top panel, this panel here. After you pull this up, right, then you're going to have some Phillips screws. You're going to have to remove these. This place, remember, this is just plugged in here because I'm not checking everything. Remove this. Remove the climate control. Remove there's a front panel here. You pull it out. These are dust clips. You pull it forward after releasing the screws. Then you unscrew these. Then you unscrew the cradle, which I have taken out. And then you're able to tackle these two screws over here. There's a 7 here and there's a 7 over here. And remember, at the back here, like I said, you have two 10s. You remove those as well. And then you remove the sheath for the handbrake. And then you pull it up. Okay? Pull this up to remove it. And then you can remove the whole assembly here. Because what will happen now, you'll have to lift this up and push it forward into here to be able to get it up and over the handbrake. Right? This is how you get the center console out. But remember that there are wires on there that you got to unplug. Be careful when you're unplugging those wires. Remember, you have to unplug the wires here, especially the cigarette lighter. Right? So remember, there are two wires underneath here, which one goes to the menu button, and there's another one that goes for the inside the console, which can be a bit of a hell to get to underneath there. But you get it high enough, you can put your hand underneath there and you can remove it. Yes, it sounds like a lot of work, but it is doable. It's very much doable. When you're done, you just put everything back together, basically. Right? So, two things for the 5088, and this is definitely going to fix your problem. Number one, check your gear stick, your gear shifter. But most notably, the problem always is the TCM, which is the plate on top of the valve body. And you can get a new one for 170 US, thereabout. It's called TCM conductor plates, BMW valve body conductor plates, something like that, TCM. The name is not coming clear right now to my head. But get that, replace it, program it, and you're back on the road. Then again, if you've got money to buy a whole valve body, you can might as well just do that too. But it's plain and simple. Yeah, so this is going to be the first video of many. Don't know why it took me so long to make some videos, but there are a few more coming. Get it done right.